Now, there are calls for the NHS to dedicate more resources to treating rare diseases. A man whose daughter died suddenly from an unusual autoimmune condition wants to raise awareness of the dangers from delaying diagnosis and misdiagnosing patients. Philip Beckett's daughter Lauren was 27 when she died from scleroderma 3 years ago, and Philip joins me now. Philip, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Lauren died 3 years ago. What happened?
In around about 2018, the early part of that year, she started to be very fatigued, things that she would normally do, she was struggling to achieve. So I urged her to go to the doctor, and she went to the doctor, and they sort of said that basically they thought she had something called fibromyalgia. And she was given some pills and drugs to try and combat that. But as she went on through the year, as we reached Easter, she was getting no better at all. And finally, the doctor said, "We think we'll send you to a rheumatologist to have a look." And she was waiting for that treatment when she became very ill. And that was at the Easter of 2018. She started to feel that she couldn't have the curtains open. Her eyes were hurting. So she urged her again to go to an out-of-patient's GP, who happened to be in the local hospital at the time. She went there. He discovered that her ankles and such like were swelling up. She was retaining fluid. So he nipped her into the hospital upstairs. They immediately had a look. At first, they thought again it was lupus, which was something else, another autoimmune disease. And after some 40 blood tests, they found out it was something called scleroderma. And scleroderma is a very rare autoimmune condition where her body basically starts to attack itself. All the soft tissue around her organs become the enemy, and it produces collagen, which, as someone once described it, it's like becoming concrete from the inside. And gradually her body started to fail. And she went into hospital, and within about 2 weeks she was in intensive care, could hardly breathe, wearing the full treatment that you see people with COVID. She was put onto, she got pneumonia, then she was put out into an induced coma once, then brought back again, then she got pneumonia again, they tried to put her out again, and this time, because of the severe nature of this scleroderma, she passed away when her heart failed at 27 years of age, and she'd gone. In that short space of time, I'd lost my eldest daughter, and she died.
It's just terrible, Philip. We've got a lovely picture of Lauren up at the moment. She really does look beautiful.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl.
Talking to doctors, had they diagnosed her earlier, could she have lived with this disease?
Oh, yes, many people lived with it, but it really isn't the GP's fault. It's so rare. There's only about 19,000 people with it in the UK, and only about 2 or 3 million in the world. And for the GP of a local surgery to have picked that out from a lot of other things it could have been would have been miraculous. If anyone, I blame myself. So I should have perhaps pushed harder and been with her a bit more to perhaps help her. So, I miss her a lot. And, and with the charity work that I'm doing for SIUK is in some way trying to help other people not to suffer the way our family have, and her friends at the loss of this lovely girl and her other sister, of course.
Tell us a bit more about your fundraising.
Well, we started again in 2018 as soon as Lauren passed. We've done lots of events. By we, I mean myself, family, with the help of SIUK, friends, my local business networking group, BNI, Mighty Nelson in Great Yarmouth. And we've done lots of events. They've also done lots of things independently. Like next week, someone is doing a 46-mile walk for her and with another local charity. And we're doing a cycle ride in September locally, where we're going up the coast and then back again in one day. Not far for a lot of people, but for me, I usually get on a bike, go to town, have a cake, get on the bike, come home. So that's going to be quite a way for me. And of course, I'm going to be doing it dressed as Spider-Man. And my colleague, Stuart Chase, is coming with me, and he's going to be dressed as Captain America. So it could be quite an entertaining day. And it's raised some £42,000 so far for scleroderma and SIUK in Great Britain, the only charity that looks after these sort of people.
That is fantastic. That's a lot of money. I look forward to seeing pictures of you dressed as Spider-Man riding around.
Yes,
Philip,
should be
thank
fun.
you so much. Yeah,
Thank you very
it should
much.
be. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.